Every little girl wants to be her daddy's princess.
Oh my, where did you get my crown?
No,
You've been in my dressing room.
No, this isn't your crown. Yours is too heavy to move. Okay.
Oh my good. Yeah, mine's the queen.
Yeah, whatever. But it's interesting because every father just loves to lavish that kind of specialness, yeah, on their little ones.
Yes, they do.
And my son Brock just had the birth of his third little girl. Right?
AC. Oh,
yeah.
she's so cute.
And it was interesting because we were talking, and I said, you know, when you were born, son, I wondered if I'd have to somehow divide my love between you and your sister when the second one was born. And I found that kind of God gives us this new capacity to love someone uniquely. And he said, Dad, I kind of felt that too. I know what you mean. And he was holding AC, only 5 days old. He looked down, he says, I can't believe how much I've bonded with her already. It was so cool.
Okay, that little girl already has her daddy wrapped around her finger.
Totally.
I know,
totally.
It reminds me of that Tim McGraw song, My Little Girl. And talking about that, and you know, as a little girl, I remember wishing that I felt like my dad was wrapped around my finger.
But somehow it didn't feel that way?
No. Well, and not that was necessarily my dad's fault, but he wasn't a full-time dad after I was 6 years old because my parents got divorced. So it made it complicated, and it left me with something that I always wish I had.
But you know, every dad just loves that song. Butterfly Kisses, right?
Oh yes, everybody's heard of that.
And once you've listened, you say, "Oh, I want that true with me and my girls." And I had the privilege of dancing the first dance after my oldest daughter was married.
I saw that, a very tender moment. And did you make it through the whole thing?
Well, I finished the dance.
Yeah.
I leaped all the way through it, whispering in her ear. It was awesome.
Oh, I bet it was amazing. But let's not talk about us.
Yeah, you know, let's actually talk about some of those TV fathers, right? Let's start with, what did you think of Bill Cosby as a dad?
Oh, the Cosby Show. Didn't you love the way their house always was laughing? I mean, they were having a good time.
Yeah, but he always had a cool way of actually somehow bringing in a lesson and teaching them something.
Yeah, and he loved his wife, and the kids saw that. And okay, let's go the other end of the spectrum.
Okay.
What about Homer Simpson?
Uh-oh.
What a dad. Talk about
yeah.
sarcastic and selfish and demeaning.
Ignorant. Yeah, it was not good, no.
Oh, I'll tell you one I did like, though. Do you remember Tim, Home Improvement?
Tim Taylor, yeah. It was awesome. This guy actually let on that he had something to learn still.
I know. I love the way he always went to Wilson to get advice and stuff, because he didn't have it all figured out. And you know what? Nobody feels like they've got it all figured out. In fact, you might feel like you're in the middle of a sitcom.
Especially if you got teenage girls.
Yeah. But let's just pretend. What if you were the dad in one of those family shows?
How would we describe you right now?
Okay, well, tell you what. We're going to go inside the homes of two real dads with their daughters, getting up close and personal.
Yeah, and the two girls are going to be here to set the record straight. Unbelievable. Scary. But here it is. Dads and daughters, learn how to charm your princess. Stay with us. Okay, listen. If you're a guy here, a man that's got a daughter, get your butts over to the TV now. Okay, seriously, because here's the deal. Matter of fact, if you know a man that's trying to raise a daughter, I mean, this show is for them. So right now, grab the phone, you know, make the call. Listen, I have this amazing gift of two incredible princesses myself, and I love them to pieces.
Can you tell he's a proud daddy?
Yes, and I'm on this amazing journey with them. It's awesome, and I say journey with them because it's still going on. I love it.
Well, yeah, you don't one day stop being a dad.
That's the truth. I like it.
No, it's a full-time job. But we are so excited. And I tell you what, as a mom and a wife, there is nothing more exciting for me than to watch a daddy and his daughter. I mean, I love that relationship. So we've got a sociologist, an author, and a daddy of three to join us in this conversation. Welcome, Erwin McManus.
All right.
Good.
So good again. What a gift you have, brother.
Okay, I'm curious. First of all, I married a man who there were only grandsons in the family, no boys. So I started thinking I will only have sons. I had the first daughter in 37 years. Ooh. Okay, well, my husband had a little bit to do with it as well. But anyway, I remember when she was born, and I looked at the way Mark held her. And I'm curious, I had different feelings than when I had a son. One wasn't like above the other, but it was different. Did you as dads, do you feel different when it's a little girl?
Yeah, I don't know how to quantify difference, like talking about blue and red, you know, and it was different because they're two different human beings. I don't know if it was different because it was a boy and a girl. I do think that when Aaron was born, even though he was fragile, I would have been okay going catch, you know, but with Mariah, it's a little different. Just because she was a girl, I did have a sense she has to be more fragile. I have to be more protective.
Almost like this vulnerability?
She may not have been more vulnerable, but I definitely felt
Yes.
more protective.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
Donald and I had a little girl first of our 4, and I just remember thinking, you lucky girl, because I'm going to look after you. And there's just that territorialness, and I had in my mind, frankly, the little league syndrome. I want to have a boy to teach about football and baseball and all that goes with that thing. But I really think that God gave me a little girl first to let me know what it means to love a little girl. Oh, what a great thing. But I was protective right from the start.
Right from the start.
Right from the
So
start.
what happens as they start growing up? Do you just get more and more protective?
Actually,
It feels like it. I just want you to know
did.
that.
You know, it was a little different for me. With both my kids, I really tried to take them into adventure right away. I tried to take them into really uncertain, mysterious, unbalanced kind of environments. I remember when Mariah was really, really little, I put her on a roller coaster too soon. And,
Okay, I want to know where your wife's in this picture.
And well, we just wait till she goes out to buy groceries, and then and so when Aaron was 3 years old, I took him to Thailand and Japan, and Mariah started traveling around the world with me, and she's been to over 30 different countries, and so I never really tried to create a protective shell for my kids. I thought I'm going to take them with me, and I'm going to make life with me the greatest adventure they'll ever have, so that hopefully they'll want to always travel with me.
I'm resonating right with you. Like protecting doesn't mean eliminating all risk, because in our family it was just the opposite. My kids love the risk-taking side, and our family is kind of notorious for it. So on one hand, you want to choose the battles that they're going to have to fight that are difficult, and there's a protection side in that. On the other hand, you create opportunity for them to have that collision with life so they can become strong, confident, a tiger inside. And that's a good thing. I like that.
Well, and I've got to tell you, as a little girl who only got to see Daddy on weekends or maybe special trips, it's amazing that when you intentionally create an adventure, an experience with your kids, like I could sit here and I could tell you some of those memories and I would have the most vivid details.
Yeah, I think what was shocking to me was I was okay taking Mariah to controlled risk, where it felt risky to her, but I was also trying to take care of her. But she would shock me by taking risks outside of my control.
Even beyond.
And she has all kinds of scars to prove that she just kept taking risks without my permission. And that would drive me nuts.
Yeah, and listen, whether you're a dad here in a family that's a little more intact with mom around, or whether you're a dad at a distance, there's a journey for all of us to learn how to love our little princesses. Now, while we're getting set for his daughter Mariah and my daughter Jody to join the set, I want you to jump on the website, marriageuncensored.com, and start asking your questions about how to parent better, because we got relational coaches waiting. Stay with us.